Okay, so I wanted to have a crack at another one just to sort of repeat that. So again, in this drawing, I'm kind of looking for like a sense of where there's a horizon line running through. That's always really important for me to start getting the first proportions. And there's three main elements. There's three main elements in this drawing. There is the foreground figure, which is kind of here. And then that's kind of looking at those proportions. And then there is the top of the temple over here. And when I look at the top of this head of the deity, I can kind of see that the top of that kind of runs off a little bit below. And if I run that across, I think that the top of the Bale kind of, runs off here approximately. Okay, so that's like my scribble kind of drawing. Looking at that horizon line that I put in, the edge of that building or the roof runs along pretty well on the horizon line. We've got this angle that runs up here, and then you can kind of see that the posts of the building really run down, and they kind of run down really almost to the bottom of the picture. So if we look at that height and we look at this height as a proportion, it's about the same height. And then over at the back there, see this pole here will go a little bit to the left of the centre. So here's the centre of the building. So all the time that I'm drawing, I'm trying to make calculations of like proportions. There's another post in here somewhere, and that's a bit shorter. That's kind of going on an angle. It feels like it's on an angle to me. This is, go back here. It's a really important line for me, so I want to make it a bit darker. And it's kind of going off on an angle. You can't really see that, but that's going to connect up over there. So, and these are coming in. So that feels pretty good to me. There's a corner. When we see the corner of this roof, we just go below a little bit. There's another corner which kind of heads off, and we can't actually see the edge of this building, what's happening over there. So that's kind of it, and that's coming into the back of the deity's head. I mean, I don't really need to be that accurate about this. I just need to kind of get those proportions again, to kind of get the sense of a mouth. That there's something going on. There's a shoulder, there's a chin there, there's a shoulder that comes out here. Looking at this, it's just to the right, so it's coming down. And then there's a hand, and you look at the line of the face there. The hand is just slightly ahead of the line of the face, coming out here. It's a little bit club-fisted, and then the arch of the back is coming through here. Okay, and we've got a bit of foliage in here, and then the temple is coming down here. And if you just look at the shape of the temple as a bit of a triangle, and then you could count off the little levels on it and make that really accurate. But that is effectively my scribble drawing of that deity, in its location. So from that, if I am happy with the proportions of this, then I can go ahead and spend more time on it. And what I've found in my personal experience of drawing is that I need to draw these several times to get the feel. And before I start investing really heavily in the time, it's just, I'm starting to slow down now because I want to make details. I can't control myself to actually make this thing start looking like it's actually something good. But the point really is, I don't have to. On a drawing like this, it's just a scribble drawing. So you guys will be, that's what you guys will be doing in this drawing exercise at Pat-Angular. And so again, really what we're looking at is this weight of line. You want a light line, and you want darker line, and then you want really dark line. These light lines are usually the construction lines, the slightly darker lines are where you're starting to put things in, and then the really dark lines will just kind of give you the final details of what it is that you're trying to draw. But you notice that my hand is up and down on the weight all the time. It's up and down and it's dancing around. It's very, very important that you get that dance, okay?